So you want to improve your English skills, but where do you start? Learning another language is a huge undertaking, and at times it can feel overwhelming and even impossible. But there is a method that can help you get on track and stay there. If you want to find out what this method is, keep watching. Hey language learners, and welcome back to Learn to Decode English. In this video, we'll talk about one of the most effective goal-setting strategies to help you stay on track with your language goals and actually achieve them. This strategy is called SMART goals. And not smart like clever. SMART is an acronym for 5 essential parts of a good goal that actually work. Grab a piece of paper and a pencil and make sure you follow along. Are you ready? Let's get started. First up is S. The S in SMART stands for specific. Your goal needs to be specific enough that you can clearly tell when you've achieved it. A goal like, I want to improve my English is a good start, but it's too broad and too vague. Improve what exactly? You could endlessly improve your English. I could still improve my English even as a native speaker. So let's get more specific. What exactly do you want to improve? What level do you expect to reach within a realistic time frame? And remember, start small. Many beginner goal setters make the mistake of creating a goal that is just too far off. For example, I just started learning Spanish. If I say my goal is to reach the C1 to C2 level and become fluent, it may be somewhat specific, but that goal is a long way away from me at this point. Instead, I need to create a smaller, more manageable goal on the way to my bigger, long-term goal. A better approach is to pick one skill area at a time. My specific goal in Spanish is that I want to grow my vocabulary to 100 useful words. That will be my specific goal throughout this video. Now it's your turn. Write down a specific goal for yourself. It can help to include numbers if possible, so it's easier to break your goal down in the next step. Your goal might sound something like this. Learn 15 new phrasal verbs or idioms for everyday conversation. Grow my vocabulary by 50 words. Learn to pronounce 10 common phrases or sentences with an American accent. Write it down and feel free to share your specific goal in the comments. Let's keep going. Next up is M. M is for measurable. This means that you can keep track of your progress through some kind of checkpoint system. If you can't measure your goal, how will you know if you're improving? That's why this step is so important. It helps you track your progress, which is not only encouraging, it can also help keep you on track. So think about it. How could you measure your progress toward your goal? Let's take a look at my goal for an example. Since I want to grow my Spanish vocabulary by 100 words, I have a very easy way to measure my progress, how many words I have learned. Let's say I break this down into blocks of 10 words. Every time I reach 10 words, I'm another 10% closer to achieving my goal. Your measurable step could look something like this. Learn 3 idioms or phrasal verbs a day. Watch 5 English vocabulary videos every week for a month. Speak English for 10 minutes a day. And here's a quick tip. Avoid using the word more. Saying things like, I want to study more, or I want to learn more words, isn't measurable enough. How will you measure what more is, and how many more? That's why numbers are so helpful. Try to use numbers as much as possible. Now it's your turn. Write down what makes your goal measurable and how you will track your progress toward your goal. Again, feel free to let us know in the comments how you will track your progress. Let's move on to the next step. Next up is A. A is for achievable. This is the step where you check in with yourself and make sure your goal is actually possible for you to achieve and that you haven't made it too challenging or too out of reach for yourself. A goal should challenge you, not make you feel bad about your progress. If your initial goal is too hard or too far off, now is the time to change it. Let's look at my goal for an example. I will speak Spanish perfectly in 1 month. Wait, that's not right. That won't work and that will just discourage me. Let's get back to being realistic. I want to grow my Spanish vocabulary to 100 useful words. Is this possible for me? Yes, it should be. Even though I'm busy and I don't have a lot of time to dedicate to studying, I can reasonably learn 100 new words, especially if I break it down into 10 words a week for 10 weeks. We'll talk about timing your goal in a minute. Now it's your turn. Go ahead and check on your goal. Is it possible for you to achieve it? What is a reasonable time frame for you to achieve it in? Even if your goal is achievable already, you may want to consider how big it is. If your goal will reasonably take you more than 6 months to a year, you may want to focus on making mini goals along the way to give yourself more frequent checkpoints on the way toward your bigger long-term goal. Ready? Let's move on. The next letter is R. R is for relevant. How does this goal relate to you, your life, and your values? Why does it matter to you? I also like to think of R as the reason for your goal. This step is so important and should never be left out. It's really important to give it some thought in the beginning because this is the part of the method that you will return to whenever your motivation is low. Your reason can be deep and tied to who you are as a person, or it can be simple and tied to a circumstance. For example, your reason could be that you are dedicated to improving yourself and learning languages, and studying English is going to help you maintain this core value. It could also be something simple, like I want to learn restaurant phrases because I'm going out to eat next weekend and I want to be able to order food more easily. My reason for wanting to learn Spanish is that I want to improve my mind and to be able to communicate with Spanish speakers. Your relevant step could look something like this. I'm traveling soon and learning these new phrases will help me get around the new city more smoothly. I love learning languages and I want to add English to my list. I'm interviewing for a job in America and speaking more clearly will help me perform better at my job. Your turn again. Write down how this goal is relevant to you. Why does it matter if you achieve this goal? How will it help you in life? Feel free to leave your reason in the comments. Why does your goal matter to you? And finally, T. T is for time-bound. A goal needs to have a time frame in order for it to be possible. If my goal is simply that I want to grow my Spanish vocabulary to 100 words at some random point in the distant future, maybe I'll just learn one new word a year and I won't know 100 words until 100 years from now. That should work, right? No way. I need to give myself a time frame so I know exactly when I want to know these 100 words by. Keep in mind that this part also needs to fit in with step A. It has to be achievable. I'm not going to learn those 100 words today, or tomorrow, or in 3 days. I need to spread it out. For example, if I decide that I can learn 10 words in 1 week, I should be able to learn 100 words in 10 weeks. So my timeline should be somewhere around 10 weeks. It can also be really important to budget in time for setbacks or unexpected events. If you think you can learn 10 words a day, give yourself a couple extra days so you don't miss your goal just because you took a day off for one reason or another. You can always plan to factor in a time buffer so that your goal is even more manageable. Your timeline should be close enough to push you forward and help you take action, but not so tight that it feels stressful or even impossible. Now it's your turn. Think about your goal and how long it will realistically take you. You can add an extra day, week, or month onto the end if you want to give yourself a buffer. Let us know in the comments, how long do you think it will take you to reach your goal? Now that we've gone through each part of the acronym, let's put everything together. Combine all of your notes from each step into a single mission statement. Write it somewhere where you can see it often, like on a sticky note that you can put on your mirror, or write it on your calendar so you can see it every single day. Let's try it together. For example, my goal statement might look something like this. I will grow my Spanish vocabulary to 100 words in 10 weeks. This is important to me because it will help me communicate with more people and exercise my brain. All right, now it's your turn. Write down your goal statement and comment your language learning goal below this video. Let's work toward our goals together. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you followed along so you now have a clear path toward your new goal. If you liked this video or learned something new, please remember to give us a like and subscribe to Learn to Decode English for more videos like this one. And if you'd like to work toward your language learning goal right now, check out this playlist next. Until next time, always keep learning. Bye!